Black Millie rockin' this boy sturdy. If she ain't fucking me proper, I do her dirty. Alright, what you want to chat about?
Yeah, let's just do a day in the life, bro. Like the last one.
Day in the life.
Day in the life, Sauna, Motion Boys, on the HMN, the FM. We'll drop y'all the titles here soon about what that means. But just know we're on Motion, right?
Give them the view. Give them the views. Jersey Shore,
give them the view.
baby.
Yeah, we're going across the bridge right now.
Ocean City, New Jersey, baby. Sure.
Let's go. We're out in Jersey with it. It's a bit frosty out, can't tell. But
Rick.
we've been on a complete 2-week sprint to start the new year. And how's it been going, bro? Break it down for me.
Dude, it's been crazy. We're really optimizing for our revenue goals right now. Go ahead.
Go ahead. I was gonna say, just how important is it to actually optimize for your revenue goals?
That's exactly
It's not talked about.
That's exactly where I was at. Like, that's what we did, you know, like reverse engineered exactly where we want to get. And then like everything's become so much more clear. Like, okay, you know what you're sprinting at, you know how many booked calls you need for that at your current close rate and your current show rate, and you just, you know, optimize for that as far as booked calls go. So it's really simple once you have the metrics. I feel like that's what most people aren't doing.
Right.
It's like tracking those metrics effectively enough to reverse engineer their goals.
Right. Yeah, actually being like very transparent with yourself, self-identifying like where your actual numbers are at, right? Of course, we all love to say we close 50% of the leads, 70% of the leads. But let's be actually realistic with where your numbers are at right now. Out of the last 20 sales calls, what was your actual conversion rate? Did you close anybody, right? Like, get your actual numbers over like the last 90 days of your lead data. That way you can reverse engineer the numbers you want to get to, right?
Yeah.
So to keep it transparent, our goal for the first month is 33K. What that looks like for our business and our current close rate,
14 calls a week.
14 calls a week, right? Obviously, as we optimize and refine things, all the numbers are going to go up, but we know for a fact, if we stay exactly where we're at, our ticket price doesn't raise, our closing rate doesn't go up, and everything stays the same, we need 14 sales calls a week, right? And now, what do we do? How many sales calls did we put in last week? 13. Yeah, exactly. So we fell short by 1. But still, we're right there, and we know exactly like that's what it actually takes to hit our goals, right?
Yeah, no, and it also becomes super obvious, like everything else you got to work on. So like obviously we have to optimize and be intentional about getting those 14 a week, but also we have to look at our product. Like, okay, is our product sustainable for that? Can we actually sustain that? What do we have to work on the back end, on the product side, to make this even possible, right?
Exactly.
That's how you reach your goals, when you make everything in alignment and have true intention of reaching your goals. I feel like most people set goals that they're kind of just like wishes or like wants, but they're not intentions. I think that's like a really big distinction, because if you like, okay, if me and Darius want to go to Italy next week, we can sit here and want to go. But if we have the intention of going to Italy next week, we're going to book the flights, we're going to get our bags packed. I mean, it sounds pretty obvious, but
we're going to get everything in order to go do that.
Everything in order for that to actually be possible.
Right.
We're going to, you know, get a freaking house sitter for our dog or whatever the case may be. And we have to do that in business as well. That really has been like a game changer over the past couple months for us, I feel like.
Yeah, super. Because it's forcing us to reposition everything.
Yeah.
Everything, right? Even down to the type of person we want to work with, right? So we can scale, you know? Because that's important too. That you're actually not only having fun in business, but working with people that you actually like fuck with.
Yeah, that's everything.
You know?
That's everything.
It actually makes the business fun, genuinely.
Yeah, when you work with cool people that are actual A players and like have a brain for themselves, you know, I think that's really big.
Yeah, and building something real.
Helping them build something real. Like,
yeah,
I think a big mistake we made early on is like, you know, people wish for businesses and they have money from, you know, day jobs to pay for like products like we have. and we're essentially building businesses from scratch.
Yeah.
And that's like, I say it to Darius all the time. I'm like, bro, his dog's name's Milo. I'm like, bro, let's just get Milo an Instagram page and build him an offer, because that's what it's like working with these people who don't have real businesses.
Yeah, that's facts.
So positioning is everything in the market.
That's facts.
And that's been a big lesson over 2025, I feel like.
Yeah, 100%. 100%.
It really is positioning.
So then how would someone change positioning?
You have to solve problems based upon, you know, where the people you would work with are at in business.
That's
so
good.
You know, for us, we were talking a lot about like booking more calls, but if you're not booking any calls, you probably don't have a business sustainable enough, you know, to be a person we want to work with.
Exactly.
You know?
Exactly.
So I think that's really it, like understanding the pain points of the person you want to work with, and that comes from being in their position, honestly, because you can guess pain points, but I mean, at least the way our business works, we didn't really understand them on that deeper level till we actually got there and then solved them.
Yeah, exactly.
You know?
Yeah, no, that's everything. I think the best thing that's helped us reposition is just messaging alone. Like, messaging is who, like, that's genuinely, obviously, like, you guys know, it's who you're talking to.
Yeah.
Right?
And it's also who you're not talking to.
Exactly. Like Craig was saying, if all of our messaging is toward people that, like, here's how we book 15 calls a week from our systems. Well, we're talking to people who don't book a lot of sales calls. That's like a main problem. And then if you reverse engineer that means if they're not booking a lot of sales calls, they're probably either broke, got no motion for real, or like there's a different problem, like with their offer or who they are.
Yeah.
Right? And so if you can, like Craig was talking about, reverse engineer those upstream people who not only get the best results and fastest results from your systems or what you're offering in the market, but actually like have like a pain that can push, like if you solve this, increase their metrics by 5-10%, you're adding 30, 40, 50K to their revenue.
Yeah, it's huge. Like, you know, 20% of 10K, say, is $2,000. But 20% of $1 million is $200,000.
Right.
So if you make, you know, someone's doing $1 million a year, you make them another 200K. That's a way bigger case study. That's a way bigger everything for that person. And solving small leaks in funnels go a way longer way when you talk to better people. So
exactly.
That's what I think it's about as far as positioning goes. Yeah, I mean, it's everything in the market. It's something that we had to learn for sure.
Yeah, 100%. And we're speaking for ourselves, right? Because now we've been talking to people who generate demand, but their conversion mechanisms on the back end are off.
Yeah.
And that is where we thrive, right?
Yeah.
And fulfillment's easier, right? The SOPs we had back there are fucking dialed. And then again, like okay, this guy that's coming on right now, we have onboarding today. He's like 400 something back leads, and like gets people opting in from his content, and yet he's still not booking enough sales calls and collecting enough cash, right?
Yeah.
There's leaks that you can just literally patch, curl, and like you boost revenue so much faster.
I feel like in the market, you know, front end definitely attracts more. Like when you're speaking front end, booking more calls, getting you more conversions, that attracts more people, and that's what everyone talks about. No one's really talking about, for free at least, like back end mechanisms. So like this guy that we're onboarding, like Darius is talking about, he's bringing in leads, and if they don't close, it's like they're dead. Like they don't even, like nothing after that. And it's like, bro, you're losing so much money because you don't have simple SOPs that are bringing them back in the loop. And like the way we figured out to solve that problem is because we were him and we were letting these leads die. And then we go look at our lead sheet and we're like, dude, we have all these leads from ads that didn't close, or all these leads from whatever that didn't close. Figured out why they didn't close, plugged in the front end what's needed for them to actually close, in a sooner sales cycle, and then figured out back end procedures to get them back on a call and hopefully close them after that, right? Actually, the guy we're onboarding, ironic as it is one of them back leads of ours.
Facts.
So like,
facts.
I think that's a real big value add that people don't talk about because it's not as pretty as the front end, but
yeah,
it's super valuable. There's, depending on your business, there's hundreds of thousands of dollars in those back leads.
Straight up.
Just with simple procedures, you can book them and close them.
Yeah, exactly. Instead of every 1 out of 20 or 1 out of 30 leads actually converting, all it takes is simple pre and post call systems to turn that number to 1 out of 15, right?
Yeah.
Extra 5, 10, 15 deals, right? Like, for us, that's fucking almost 6 figures,
Yeah.
And that's what it's about. So that's really where and why we're shifting focus into solving more specific but bigger bottlenecks with more upstream people.
Yeah, no, exactly. We don't want to spread ourselves too thin. Building an entire business on the back end, because we would just need a lot more money, to actually do that, from the people we work with. So, yeah, switching to solving these problems has been everything for us. And there's a lot of demand for it in the market.
Yeah, super. So reverse engineer what that is for you in your business and who you want to talk to, whole 9 yards. We've been on a nice little sprint. Our boys have been ripping the phones.
Destroying the phones.
Yeah, we're gonna do a full breakdown as we turn that into a printer of what that looks like. We've been implementing, building new acquisition sources, not only for our own business, but for some of our clients. And we're gonna give you guys an internal breakdown of what that looks like as we kind of go through the year. We're gonna be rolling into media phase soon, so yeah, be ready for more content.
Yeah. The road to $1 million a year, $100K a month, $1 million a month. It's very simple. Optimize the acquisition sources you currently have. Make them 100% dialed. Get them off your hands, and then add more vertical. Whoa.
Matrix attack.
Then add more verticals or acquisition sources on top of the ones that you have proven. And that's the game plan to infinite scale. So
That's it.
if you would like some help optimizing your current acquisition sources, establishing the front and back end systems, as well as plugging in new acquisition sources, reach out to us on Instagram at SaulnaDigital. We'll hop on a call. We'll give you a free game plan. We'll go through it, free consultation call, figure out what you're doing, how we'd optimize, where you're trying to go.
Give you the sauce.
Give you the sauce in a 90-day time frame for you to implement it yourself or to have our help implementing it.
Straight up. Just shoot us a message. Motion.